Attracting your perfect hypnosis client. If you're a hypnotist and you want to attract clients, one of the things that you need to put some thought to is what kind of clients do you want to attract, and then how do you actually do that? So that's what we're going to talk about.
I'm Mike Mandel.
And I'm Chris Thompson. And we run MikeMandelHypnosis.com.
Yes,
and the
we
Mike
do.
Mandel Hypnosis Academy. All right.
Let's talk about this client thing. You know, I've heard the saying many years ago, dress for success. And the idea being, if you're attempting to get a job at some major law firm, well, first of all, you need your law degree, but you want to show up in an Armani suit or something. You don't want to show up looking like,
well, you don't want to show up looking like a plumber or an electrician or, like a construction worker or a writer. You want to show up looking like
a writer.
Oh, I don't know what the
you don't want to show up looking like an artist with a palette of paint and a beret and a brush in your hand.
So
dress for the part.
Think about what type of client you want to work with. If you're looking to work with executives who run businesses and helping them with their business performance, and we know a good friend of ours who focuses on that kind of person, then you probably want to dress like you are a similar person to them. You dress professionally.
But it goes beyond that, it doesn't it? It's who are you trying to attract as clients? Who is your perfect client? Now think about that for a minute. This could be a sports figure, working with different sports personalities, whatever, working with teams, but it could also be just doing de-traumatization or working with people of physical pain. You've got to think of who are you trying to attract?
Yeah, it makes sense. If you're trying to work with sports professionals, you probably don't want to look like some out of shape slob who dresses messy. Not. It's best to actually get yourself healthy, happy, fit, and dress as if you're a fitness-oriented person for that type of client.
Now, if you're planning on working with fears and phobias and stuff, you want to make sure that your office is going to reflect that. You don't want to have grinning jack-o'-lantern pictures on your wall. And, you
want to have
an obvious copy of Dracula
colors. And if you're doing video work, obviously
rubber spiders on strings.
Yeah, put together a background for your video or for your actual office that looks the part, is soothing and relaxing.
Your office has to reflect the people that you are looking to attract.
That makes perfect sense.
And if you're into, new age stuff like past life regression and vibrations and auras and stuff, make sure your office looks the part. We have a friend who is into a lot of that stuff, and her office is phenomenal. Those purple crystals,
gemstones,
drapes and gemstones and incense and candles and new age music. For what she does, it's absolutely perfect, because people who want that kind of change are at home in that environment. They're going to feel comfortable.
Yeah, I think if you were to think about it, if you presented your office very woo-woo-y, new agey with all the gemstones and the vibrations and the scents and the incense or whatever it is, and you're looking to bring executives in to work on their business,
might not be your best.
Maybe that's not going to be a fit, right? So think about the way you're presenting yourself, how you're showing yourself off to the world. What type of client are you looking to attract?
Right. So the new age one, you're going to decorate with candles and incense crystals, drone music, nature sounds, heavy drapes and rich colors, and dress the part as well. Now, working with high performance clients, people who want to do better. These are people who don't have problems, but they want to have a generative change so that you're creating more powerful states for them. This demands a completely different look. I mean, think of things like people who are high achievers. Think of sports posters of, winning teams, pictures of high achievers. I said like Elon Musk or Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt, yeah, sure.
Yeah, make sure that you look the part too. You have to look professional, and you've got to look efficient if these are the people you're attempting to reach, or they'll walk through the door and they'll just discount you.
And you know what? It's not just about looking the part. It's about using the terminology that they use in their industries.
Which makes connection.
Yeah, so if you want to think about rapport, right? Rapport is the most important thing to establish before they even come into your office. So if you're putting a video on your website or you're talking to them on a Zoom call, make sure you know how to speak the same language that they do, right?
That's good. Bring in the particular vernacular. Now, beyond looking professional and being efficient, if you're specializing in something like weight management and wellness, make sure you really, as Chris said earlier, that you look fit and trim, and that your office isn't full of, junk food wrappers and, things of that nature. You've got to send the right message with that too.
That makes perfect sense. I mean, we want to look fairly well organized. So I take all the crap off the desk and throw it on the floor when we're doing these videos.
Pretty much.
But it's true. Make sure you look the part and make sure that you know how to speak their language. Now, what else do you want to talk about here, Mike?
Well,
if you're going to work with...
We've said if you're going to work with trauma and phobias, you've really got to have a nourishing environment for people. It's not going to stress them out. Like I said, it should send a message of comfort and safety. You don't have serial killer books and stuffed ravens, in the corners of the room, because that's going to put the wrong image out there. So you want to have a nourishing environment, a comforting environment, soft music, that kind of thing. And by putting yourself in your client's mindset, it becomes relatively easy to create an environment that your ideal client will find supportive and appropriate.
All right. So that is it in a nutshell. Speak your client's language, look the part to attract the clients that you actually want. That's how you're going to grow your hypnosis business.
And not too many stuff ravens.
Right. Whether it's videos on your website or whether it's those Zoom calls that you're doing before a client comes in or the physical office, whatever it is, look the part. All right. That's it. So check out the Mike Mandel Hypnosis Academy. You'll see a link in the description. You can start for free with us.
Free.
And make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell on YouTube so you'll always be notified when we publish new videos. And we'll see you in the members area when you sign up for the Mike Mandel Hypnosis Academy. Thanks again, and
good night.
Good night.